My name is Duddits, adult builds and stuff. Today I've got a preview of a combo or a couple of combos for next season when Heresy drops. This is going to be absolutely disgusting. I am talking about Secant Filaments. These are getting buffed, which will break down, and these three weapons are also getting buffed. Hard Light, Borealis and Dead Messenger. Specifically, the Fundamentals perk is getting a rework and it's going to work exceptionally well with Secant Filaments. So stay with me, I'm going to break it all down. I'm definitely into quirky combos. I like quirky stuff, I like kinky stuff, and this is a very kinky combo, so stay with me, I'll break it all down. We'll start off with a Secant Filaments, but honestly, trust me, stay with me, it'll all make sense. While using a Void Super, casting an Empowering Rift will grant you Devour. Damage dealt with you and your allies from within your Empowering Rift will also cause Overload. It disrupts champions, really good for overloads. So basically, what you do with these Secant Filaments is when you've got an Empowering Rift on, get your Rift down, that's going to give you Devour. Then you just keep going forth, getting kills, and that will keep your Devour going. The other little hidden thing with these Secant Filaments, they've got a hidden perk on there. You'll notice on that bottom left, I'm getting 22 seconds of Devour. If you run that with Echo Persistence, this gives you 22 seconds of Devour as a maximum. That's a hidden perk, not many people know about, but I thought I'd throw it in there while we're talking on the Secant Filament booties. So basically, put your Rift down, that's going to grant you Devour, extend that up to like 22 seconds. You've obviously got other things going on there as well, like Child of the Old Gods, which we'll go into in a moment. But Bungie, in the latest tweet, announced that Secant Filaments are getting a rework, or like a bit of a buff, ever since anti-champion capabilities were expanded to work with elemental verbs. Inherently, Secant Filaments have felt like an exotic lost to the float of time, so they wanted to give it a satisfying loop, make it feel like a nice way to give the perk some love for both exotic and its spirit counterpart on the exotic class item. So what it does now, it now gives class ability energy per kill while your Devourer is active. So it already grants you 22 seconds of Devour and instant Devour when you're running Empowering Rifts, but now it's also going to give you class ability gains per kill whilst you've got Devour active. So we're literally going to be able to get infinite class abilities with this as well, which obviously helps with like stats and stuff like that you might not have to build into recovery. And then not forgot, if you're on the Void subclass rather than the Prismatic subclass, you've also got Child of the Old Gods, which applies a 15% debuff as well, so you're going to be able to infinitely apply these Child of the Old Gods as well with the rework. So it's an exceptional buff in my opinion, and it's a very, very smart move by Bungie. But now we'll start moving towards the combo I was talking about. Just for now, we're going to focus on Hard Light. It's got a Volatile Light perk on there, we all know what that does. It over-penetrates targets. You've also got the perk on there, Fundamentals. Now this is where this quirky combo comes into play. What the Fundamentals does, it lets you switch between Arc, Void and Solar by holding your reload button. Now I've got a quick example to show you that, and then we'll go into the buff, how it works. So again, you probably know how this works, but the Fundamentals perk, you'll see the gun is on Void at the moment. Hold to reload, keep your hand on it, and that will keep switching between Solar, Void and Arc. But Bungie are actually reworking this perk itself to make it extremely, extremely useful. Now, Dead Messenger, Hard Light and Borealis, we're revisiting the exotic perk, the Fundamentals, to modernise it a bit. Elemental keywords such as Restoration, Volatile and some other ones have become part of Destiny's modern Fundamentals. The stat bonus based on current elemental elements has been removed in favour of damage bonus when you apply or receive an elemental keyword matching the current element. So just revisit that last sentence there. The stat bonus based on current element has been removed in favour of damage bonus when you apply or receive an elemental keyword matching the current element of the weapon. So for example, if we're on Void, a Void Weakening should proc it, and also Devour. Now Devour working with Secant Filaments, and what this is going to do, it's going to give you a 30% damage buff, 10% in PvP to this weapon for 10 seconds when you apply or receive an elemental keyword that matches the currently selected damage type of this weapon. So if you can sort of bear with me just a little bit, Devour is a keyword, so is Weakening. So with Secant Filaments, that grants you Devour. That is going to proc you that 30% damage buff. Now to me, that is absolutely insane. You've got a Dead Messenger to go with that as well. This has also got the Fundamentals perk. That's a grenade launcher, not a bad grenade launcher. And you've also got a Borealis, which is an excellent sniper. Don't really get used a lot in PvE, but I think with this setup, it could be absolutely exceptional. Dead Messenger look, that's exactly the same thing. Fundamentals, you can keep switching between your Solar Void and Arc. Obviously, I focused on Hard Light, but I just want to focus on Borealis at the minute. Obviously, 30% damage buff to that Fundamentals perk is just good anyway. But for, again, example, all I'm going to do is put my Secant Filaments down, proc my Devour, that's that keyword. That will give my Borealis a 30% damage increase, plus the 20% damage that you get from standing in your Empowering Rift. Don't forget, so it's a really big damage bonus. And then the other thing with that is as well, we're actually going to be able to apply a 15% debuff with Child of the Old Gods as well. So if you tally all that up together, you're going to get a 30% damage buff for proccing your Devour, your 20% for being in the Empowering Rift, and a 15% weakening effect from the Child of the Old Gods for 10 seconds at least. So it's going to be really, really strong for Borealis, and even just for killing champions, boss DPS situations, it could be extremely extremely good, sorry. So I'm really excited to give these things a try on day one. Potentially, this could also be very good for DPS situations, especially with Borealis, for example, like dungeon and raid boss, things like that, or even in like GM gameplay. I think like for Borealis and especially Hard Light, I think this will be really good, because don't forget, Hard Light also is like a little bit of a laser show. You're going to get them ricocheting rounds left, right and centre as well, and that will also help you Devour proc as well. You're going to get kills from the over-penetrating sort of rounds as well with Hard Light. So all in all, I think it's a really good little setup, and it's a combo that probably not many people will cover, if anybody, and it's just something I like to cover, these type of things. It's not that I don't think I'm just covering it because it's quirky. I'm covering it because I think it will be absolutely brilliant when the changes come around. So a quick roundup before I finish the video. Secant Filaments getting instant Devour, 22 seconds with a hidden perk, plus class ability gains on kill while you've got Devour active, plus your Void Souls, and then obviously that buff to the Fundamentals perk. I think the combo with Secant Filaments and Fundamental Weapons could be extremely, extremely good. But that pretty much wraps up the video now. Let me know what you think of this particular video. Obviously, I don't want to leave a dim link because the changes haven't come in. We've got seasonal artifact perks. It's just something to bear in mind for next season. Secant Filaments, one of my favourite exotics on the on the Warlock, sorry. And I'm really glad they're getting a buff. If you found this video helpful, a lot of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. Subscribing to me really helps me out. And if you're feeling generous, give the video a cheeky thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.